Welcome to Body, Brain, Breath. My name is David Lobenstein, and this is my collection of tips and techniques to make you a happier and more effective therapist. Those of you who have already watched some previous videos know I am not a fan of talking during a session. I hate small talk, the chit chat, all that. I think it's actually therapeutically, it's very counterproductive. But here is another way to make your massage even more amazing, a way that has nothing to do with the massage itself, and that is to talk to your client after a session. This is something that I really firmly believe in. I try to talk with every client, even if it's just for a minute or two, once they have gotten off the table, gotten dressed again, and come out. I know this is tricky, okay? We're often rushed setting up for the next client, trying to do other things, so I know it's not always possible, but there is one pretty simple way to do so. I end the session, tell the client to take their time getting up. I leave the room, get them a glass of water, wash my hands. Then I come back and wait for them. When they come outside, I hand them the glass of water and I just say, do you want to chat for a minute while I set up for my next client? I bring them back into my treatment room and then we can talk. That way, I'm not losing time. I can still set up for the next treatment, still put new sheets on the table, all that jazz, but it means that we have this chance to talk. And I think for some clients, this is a really, really important way to show that you as the therapist care. And it's also a way to get them invested in their own bodies and frankly, to get them to book again. So my method is very simple and open-ended. All I do when we walk back into that treatment room is I say, so how are you feeling? That's it. I'm just opening the conversation and letting them lead it however they want to. For some clients, that means it's an immediate outpouring. Oh, well, when you worked on my calf, I couldn't believe how tight that was. And oh man, it was so cool on my shoulder. I've never felt that kind of release before, blah, blah, blah. Other clients are just like, totally checked out. And they say, I feel good, right? That's cool. Whatever the answer is, that's fine. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm opening up the space so that they can tell me what's on their mind. And then the other wonderful thing is that it gives me the chance to continue our therapeutic encounter, okay? Because it's in that space, even if it's just a minute or two or three or four, right? Where I can tell them what I've felt. Importantly, what that means is I always try to reinforce something good, okay? Something positive about their body, right? So many of our clients are coming to us and all they're focused on is their aches or their pains, right? So I always try to say, yeah, your lower back was really tight at the start of the session, but then it actually did it loosened up really nicely, right? Or I say, yeah, as soon as you started being more aware of your exhalation, your shoulders really, really relaxed a little bit, and that was great. Or I really felt a difference in X or Y or Z, okay? I always want to reinforce some kind of positive in their body. Not just because I want them to rebook, but of course I do, but it's also because I want them to walk away feeling like, no, they're not just a bag of aches and pains, right? There are things about their body that are working beautifully, okay? And then, in addition to reinforcing the positive, this tiny little window of talking is a beautiful chance for us to get them more invested in their own body. And so typically, that just means I try to give them just one little suggestion or tip. It can be a stretch if there's a part that's particularly tight that we worked on together. It can be some kind of awareness exercise, right? When you're sitting at your desk, think about curving your hips forward in your chair so that you're less likely to slouch, right? Or after you finish breastfeeding your baby and you can put your baby down for a minute, try doing a chest opening stretch so that you're bringing a little bit of length back through your pecs, okay? Anything like that. It doesn't have to be much, but it shows A, that we care, and that, that goes a long way for our clients. And also, B, it gives them a concrete thing that they can take away from the session, a way that they can remember our work together, and then hopefully a way that they can also start to make changes in their own life that will make them happier and make them more invested in their own bodies. Because those clients that are more invested in their own bodies, they are our best clients. So in summary, talking during the session, I try to avoid it at all costs. But talking after the session, even in our limited time, even for just a minute or two, can be a huge boost to our therapeutic encounter. So now I want to hear from you. Tell me what you thought in the comments section below. Like or subscribe if you are so inclined, and join my newsletter if you haven't already at bodybrainbreath.com. Thanks so much.